Welcome back to the Who's at the Gates podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix. And yeah, this is an episode we're doing tonight. We will make it through it. I have my lovely co-host with me, the president tonight, and I guess I'm the vice president of the We Shall Overcome Club, because when I tell you, today was a doozy. Oh, boy. And we'll tell you all about it one day when we can write a memoir about our work history. But since the Beyond the Gates show is showing repeats this week, we are revisiting memorable moments. And Diana suggested the Allison situation with the kidnapping. And I'm like, you know what? This is good because I am like, it would be amazing if Allison is behind this whole lawsuit against Madison. That would be so badass. I'm like, yes, that is cool. I like that type of villain. Was it villainy?
Something.
So like, yeah, so we will cover, there were a lot of episodes. Diana and I looked it up and it spanned over like 11 episodes. And we'll more than likely break this up into 3 parts and do this first bit of one episode and then a few parts of the next episode, because it's episode 118 and episode 119. So we'll go ahead and do this little scene and then we'll jump to episode 119. But before we do that, did you have anything, Diana, before we get started?
Yeah, I mean, Allison has just been on my mind recently. Actually, she's always kind of been in my mind. I think she was a fun villain. Obviously, what happened to Chelsea, it's very tragic. It wasn't like fun for her, obviously, but this was like, I think, a very solid storyline in how it progressed, right? Because you get Allison, you kind of get a feeling that something's not right here, and then slowly but surely, like, it almost comes out of nowhere, like the length she's gonna go to be Chelsea's what have you. I don't even know what her end goal was.
Yeah,
the
she wanted
end
to
was a
be
little
married,
dicey.
but I'm just kind of like, well, that wasn't happening.
Well,
But
well, I was thinking more like till to death do us part sort of situation. I'm just like, is that where we're going? Like, I was worried for Chelsea.
Well, we will go ahead and revisit that. Now, let's start with this little scene right here, and then we'll jump to the next episode.
Pre-named great.
Daddy, you have to wait for Chelsea before you start toasting.
I do think we should read Chelsea in on the whole Leslie sitch. You don't want her to be blindsided at her party.
I'm surprised she isn't here yet. Madison, have you spoken to her since you left?
She said she'd be right behind me. You know her, she's probably changing her shoes for the 3rd time.
All right. Oh, that's a good one. Hold on.
Oh my God.
I was like, I hate that I right-clicked by accident, but yeah. So now, low-key, I don't believe this could have happened.
What? Why not?
No, I'm just saying because of how small Allison is, and like you can even tell by how small the hand is that's doing it. It's just kind of like, would they really get to jump on Chelsea? Because Chelsea's like a tough girl, and I'm just like, I mean, we even saw that and we'll see it as stuff goes on. But I was just kind of like, did she really get to jump on her? Was that really believable and stuff? If Chelsea had been asleep, I would have believed it. But because Chelsea was wide awake putting on her shoes, I'm just like, it's a little bit of a stretch. But this is a fictional show and nothing is perfect.
It's so funny because I'm like, I wasn't sure what part you're going to question, because I'm like, this is not a gay community. I was like, this is a free for all. Just any kind of riffraff can walk in. So I hope that wasn't what you had issues with.
Oh, no. I'm just like, Chelsea's kind of a badass. And I'm just like, okay, well, that Allison is small. And then as you're seeing the hand grab her, you see it's a small arm compared to how big Chelsea is. So I'm just like, I mean, again, she's Bill's daughter. So yeah, it's just interesting to me for that part. But it got the job done. and she's officially kidnapped now. So let's go ahead and jump to the next episode. I'm just trying to pull the number before okay, 346. So let's go to 346 on this next one.
This is CBS on Paramount Plus.
They are determined to advertise everything. Let's see. All right, 346. 45 will work too. Okay, why is this half working? Are you still there, Diana?
I'm still here.
Yeah, no, because sometimes I was like, is my internet cutting up?
You're good.
Because, it's just kind of like, Mercury, I hate you. Today is the first official day of Mercury retrograde.
Ooh,
all right.
Is it really? So like,
Yes, it's literally the first official day of Mercury. So I'm just like, here we go. Here we
is CBS on
go. All right. Now let's try this again.
Previously on Beyond the Gates.
What do you need to make
There we go.
Help me! Somebody please help me! I'm trapped here! Somebody help!
All right. And we'll jump to the next scene in a minute with Allison. But for this part right here, I think she did a pretty decent job with her acting in regards to being a person that has been kidnapped. Low-key, I think could have been a little bit more dramatic, but at the same time, I guess everyone does react differently. And I could also see, like, if I were in that type of situation, I don't know if I'd be yelling. That's just me. I think I'd sit and think for a minute and conserve my energy just to see what the options are first, and then make a move to do something. So I don't know.
I think, well, I don't know. The problem is, it's like, it's so creepy. It's just like someone watching me this whole time. It's just Allison. Yeah, I mean, I think this is when they showed a new set, I think for me, that's when I was like, wait, this is real.
Diana's like, they put money into this one.
Honestly, there's a correlation with a lot of these things, right? What you give the set, and do you have a new location, all that to make us believe. Like, that's why the cotillion episodes were also so good. Even in the car scene, right? Even when they were just sitting in the car, it was just change the location. So yeah, I think that's for me, that's when I was like, oh, this is serious.
Yeah, and low key, I'm still just like, oh wow. But one would have thought that she would have had security too, which it's like with Martin's kids, where he had the Secret Service and everything. One would think for Bill and Danny, because Danny is a former supermodel, still very well known around the world. Bill is a high-powered attorney that has dealt with some scum from time to time, because that's what it is to be a defense lawyer, a criminal defense lawyer, because he's done criminal defense. Lynette was one of the people that Bill did criminal defense for. Usually when you have parents like that, and then you have a daughter that was also a supermodel, you would think they might have a security person. Not saying they got to have a whole team, but at least that one security person that looks after them, hired either by Bill and Danny or more of a collective thing. I don't know, but that always was like, why didn't they ever have security for her?
I don't know if they're, see, this is what sometimes the show confuses me. It's like, they're well known, right? But like, are they well known? Because they're just orphagenes, just like any regular people. So
Right.
I don't know. You know, it's. I feel like you can't have it both ways, right? You can either go to orphagenes by yourself, or you have to have a 24/7 security detail.
Yeah. Now, and you know me, I always play devil's advocate. It could be a situation where they're just treated like everyone else because that's where they live.
Mhm.
I know sometimes in certain states, I forgot what actor it was. It was an A-list actor that moved to a state, and that actor was pretty much treated like everyone else. They didn't treat him any differently from because it's just like, okay, you're just a resident here like everyone else. And I think that was appreciated. And maybe that's the energy. I don't know. But yeah, if you really think about it, because it's not like Chelsea is small time. Chelsea and Danny are international supermodels, at least according to the show, where
Right.
they're known around the world for walking the runway. Bill is a very powerful attorney in the area. It's kind of like, okay, well, we should have at least one security person on payroll.
I think it was established when, again, if anyone can just walk into their house, they're not concerned.
Okay, we'll bring that up to the writers. Let's put a pin in that and bring that up to the writers. Let me pull up the next scene. All right, so 12:35. All right, let's go.
I can hear you creeping. Who's there? Allison? I heard you. Stop hiding.
You knew. I hoped you would. That's proof that you wanted me as much as I wanted you all along. That's why you said my name. Oh, that makes me so happy.
I'll go to the other part of the scene too while they're talking. So let me skip to 16:05 right quick because I really want to get into their conversation.
Chaining me to a bed like this, you know it's not okay, right?
Oh, well, that's just to make sure you don't leave.
So you brought me here to punish me?
I would never hurt you. How could you think that?
First clue. And what am I supposed to think when you're making me miss the biggest night of my life?
I'm sorry about your launch. But Van Gogh sold more paintings when he was dead than when he was alive. It'll be just like that for your pretty purses. Relax, okay? I'm not gonna unalive you. You used to laugh all the time. You're the most carefree girl in the world. Where'd that sense of humor go?
Why are you doing this?
You told me that I made you feel again. Made you realize what you really wanted, but you forgot. It'll come back to you.
We were never some great love story. We were a hookup. We were in a threesome. And you're the one who kicked me to the curb because you were in love with your husband. And it's not my fault. He turned into an abusive prick.
Stop saying mean things.
Sorry. You're right. I felt something for you. I thought it was real. I thought we were real, but we were clearly something else.
We were real. We were the realest thing that either of us have ever experienced.
Remember what I said when you dumped me? When you didn't want to be with me? About me being with Madison?
She's clouding your vision. That's not like what we have. And the longer you're away from her, the sooner you'll forget her.
That will never happen.
It will. We were meant for each other. Admit it. Admit it! Oh my God. I've made Chelsea Hamilton speechless. Okay. It's gonna be really fun making you love me again.
Allison and Chelsea were together for a hot minute.
Chelsea gave Allison credit for helping her realize she wanted a real relationship, which is what she found with you.
Well, this chick is all types of crazy.
That's a,
And-
that was a lot.
Kudos to the actress that plays her, or played or plays her, because she still could be in the picture. Because again, she's in jail right now, so she's very much around, even though she's not around. That loony look that she has in her eyes, especially when she first came into the room, I'm like, oh yeah, the elevator not going all the way to the top up there. So yeah, I'm just like, but honestly, Chelsea, the thing I didn't like about this kidnapping, Chelsea was having these crazy dreams about like Danny talking to her and telling her. It's like, girl, why do you have to have dreams to figure out that you just should have played old girl at the beginning and been like, you know what, Allison, I do love you. I don't even know why I've sat here this long. It's you know what, me being chained to this bed with this handcuff, it let me know that I'm chained to you because our love is that strong. I would have just been lying my ass off and just told her all types of stuff.
That was a line. How many people are you telling these kind of lines to? Came to you. Oh, I would. I think at that point, if I was Allison, I'd be insulted. It's like, really? Are you just like a pickup artist now? And I would have just like left you there. Like, you're not worth my time.
Because yeah, I so would have just like, no, if I were to get kidnapped because somebody been stalking me, well, no, let me rephrase that now because I got to be honest. It depends on what the stalker looked like. Because if the stalker is Isaiah, then it's like, okay, no. First of all, you don't even got to stalk me. I'll stalk you. that's
I would probably I'd be like, just end my life now. I don't need it.
I'd be like,
I'm
why
good.
are you stalking? I'd be like, don't stalk me. I'll stalk you. That's what I tell you. If you a stalker and you stalking me, you better not be fine because you ain't even got to worry about that. I'll show up under your bed one night. That's all I'm
Oh my God, not this threat. Okay, Allison Jr.
So stalkers beware. But yeah, in all seriousness, she did an amazing performance in this because she really gave the crazy. And I'm just like, wow. And Chelsea can't, and it was so crazy because even after old girl was caught, Chelsea still couldn't shake her. And that's the other thing, going back to Jacob, why he's one of the worst policemen in the DMV, because the reason she was able to call is because Jacob let her make the phone call. I'm pretty sure it was Jacob that did that.
In the live stream, right? That's what you're saying.
She called in on the live stream, but she was in the precinct thing, and I'm pretty sure it was Jacob that allowed that to happen. And then I think he was like, "Oh, I didn't know she was going to make that." Like, why are you not monitoring her? It's like you went off to go pick up a turkey wrap for Randy or something. Like, how did you call in for the live stream straight from the police station? Like, make it make sense.
I think even worse. I think he was like standing right next to her. He was like probably just checking his phone or something. So, yeah, that scene was a lot worse than you remember.
Good times. All right, let's see what else is going on here. And
oh wait, sorry. Before I move on, do you get the sense that the show was a little more edgy back then in these episodes? Because I kind of forgot that Chelsea was kind of like this, very sexual being, and that there's nothing wrong with that. Like, that's not my criticism here. It's more so that like how open they were about it, and then now I don't know, like her image is different. And I know it's because she's in a relationship now, but even I don't know, it's just like all characters, right? Like, I think there's been a lot of things that have been toned down in terms of like the grittiness. It's almost like I don't know if it's just because we have these teens now, does it have to be a family friendly show? I don't know, because I think I told you, right? Like I don't really have an issue with Martin Sweeney's kids, like Sam and Donnell.
Sam
But
and Donnell.
or what's
Tyrell. Samantha and Tyrell.
Donnell's other one. But I'm just like, okay, I'm not here for the after school special. That's what the shows have been given. The shows have been giving a little bit of that. And I don't know, just seeing this and them talking about their threesome and all that, I'm like, dang, that's right. She was just out here.
Yeah, well, you know what? There is no denying, if we're being completely honest, that season 1 was a lot more gritty than season 2 has been so far.
Mm-hmm.
I think, it's almost like thumbnails sometimes on YouTube. You get them to click on the video to watch it and then hope they stay. I feel like the writers might have been like, okay, let's really, really push it as far as we can push it, and then pull it back just a little bit because sponsors and demographics and everything else, when it comes to appealing and I guess trying to bring more people in. At the same time, they have to be careful with that because the old saying, if you try to please everyone, you end up pleasing no one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just old school. I believe in the saying, dance with the one who brought you. And if people were happier with the more grittier version of Beyond the Gates, I think they should have stuck with it. I think they should have leaned into it as much as they could for a daytime soap opera.
Right. And not that there's anything bad about this season other than, everything I complained about. But like we've gotten some very solid episodes and stuff, and from this like the cotillion, the tornado, all that, we've gotten some solid episodes. So it's not nothing to knock on season 2, but it just, there's this darkness in season 1. I mean, the whole Martin situation, right? And then
even the Leslie and Laura thing, where Leslie literally ran Laura off the road and stuff. That's gritty,
right?
But that's why we were watching, to see what happened. And again, people are invested in this. Now, let's say that Allison didn't get caught. Let's say that she happened to get away and didn't go to jail. I have a feeling that the audience would have been upset about that, just like they're upset about Leslie not going to jail. Like they're like, oh, Allison got away and then we don't hear from her again, or there isn't any type of closure or karma or whatever you want to identify it as related to her crime.
You don't want to draw things out either, right? And that's why we keep on making jokes about, Bill being on his 17th vial of poison and all that.
That's where it's kind of like at. Let's go ahead. I'm trying to see if there's how many other one. And again, that whole thing with the dreams and stuff irritated the hell out of me. Let me see what this one's about right quick. And do that. Okay, let's just go from here.
I know it's not exactly what you're used to. I'm not exactly domestic. But it's takeout from Uptown. I got your favorites. Their famous ink pasta with the side of Dover sole and truffle fries. You're surprised I know your favorites? I know everything about you. I've been liking and following and subscribing to you from the second you made your first Insta account.
You said you weren't plugged in when we met.
Because I didn't want to scare you off. But I can tell you now, I'm your biggest fan.
We didn't just meet, did we?
It was like you made a map just for me. Where to find you, how to make you fall for me. The reason it felt like we know each other when we first met was because I studied you like homework.
Was there anything about us, about you, that wasn't a lie?
I
Well,
got scared. I'm your biggest fan. I'm like, oh my god.
yeah. And me and my ego, I'd be like, really? Oh, thank you.
You're gonna be like, I don't need to leave this quickly. Like, no. Let's talk about it.
But yeah, but also this, hey, be careful what you put on social media, because that one person might be just reading every single thing that you put up, and then it's like they think they know you and that they can just show up. And yeah, this was very interesting, and also how it did affect Chelsea, and we can go into that as we cover this too as well over the next 2 episodes. But I will say I like what they did with not just the kidnapping, but what happens afterwards and how the sheep move. Because remember, once it happened, she wasn't online that much. It took her a minute to get back online too.
You know what? I was literally just about to bring that up and ask, did she learn anything? Because I don't know if she's okay, that's unfair of me, because they did, Kat was very sweet. I remember they did some sort of thing. Oh wait, okay. I was like, they streamed something, and then that's when Allison got on the line. Okay, well,
let's see. All right, we can play this last part of this episode and then wrap this for this one, and then we'll do the other 2 episodes as the week goes on. Here, let's see.
Come on, have a seat, come on. I've missed kissing you.
What are we toasting to?
Our new beginnings. We're putting all this Meredith stuff behind us, and we're starting over, just like we should have all along. To Allison.
Oh, let me. To Allison. Once upon a time, I thought you were actually the one. But now, I see you are absolutely, unequivocally insane. But that won't matter when my family comes for you, because they are coming. So, cheers to that.
Lady at the wine store said this was a great cab to go with pasta. After everything that I've done for you, you're ruining it. You're supposed to be the love of my life, so stop being an ungrateful bitch. I am the one who decides when this is over.
okay, not gonna lie, that got a little chuckle out of me. The lady at the store said this was a great cat.
This was the thing that irritated me throughout the kidnapping, to be honest, is that she kept antagonizing Allison. And I'm like, girl, the goal is to escape. Why are you trying to antagonize this lady? And if you're going to do anything, right when she was close, you should have kissed her. Because like, if she was trying to kiss you, Chelsea should have turned and kissed her and then grabbed the wine glass and then bash her head with it. And then once it breaks, then you stab her with what's broken. But Chelsea doing all this other stuff, I'm just like, why are you not trying to use her feelings for you to your advantage? Like, it was frustrating.
Yeah, okay. I think that's fair. I think that considering that Allison was just a one-woman show, right? And like you said, I mean, she got there in the end, but realistically, Chelsea could definitely overpower Allison at this point.
Yeah, that's why I was just like, you could have done more. Like, play her.
Not you victim blaming.
I'm just going by the environment and I'm looking at what the situation was. And I'm like, well, if this girl was crazy for her, then use that craziness to your advantage. That's all I'm saying. But this will continue to play out because Chelsea is still missing. They need to find her. And obviously that happens through our wonderful detective Kat, who's on the case and is planning to get her cousin back, is what Kat wants to do. So, and I respect Kat. People think I don't like Kat or that I hate Kat. I actually like Kat. Kat is very capable. She's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Tenacious is what she is. And I respect that. So
I've told you a lot of times that Kat reminds me of you.
In some ways.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, she
clearly
does.
It's not a compliment.
I mean, it's like, well, I mean, I'm older, so my reign has been longer than hers, so it's kind of like, yeah, maybe I do see her in me a little bit, or no, I see myself in her. That's how that goes.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, I see myself in her. But yeah, Kat's cool, and Kat does her thing, even though she makes a deal with the devil to get Chelsea back. But we'll go into that in the next episode as we're preparing to locate Chelsea. Again, we're going over some of these memorable moments because we're doing, which we usually do these for Saturday, but we're kind of doing it as fillers for this week. Also, kind of thinking about doing maybe an introspection or something into Marcel, the dirty cop. Or is he really a dirty cop? Because Lord knows I believe he is. But we can look at some of the things that he's done over season 1 or over season 1 and season 2, because it's an introspection. It's not specific to season 1. So yeah, and taking a look at him, sort of playing with that idea. Again, if any of you have any ideas on something that you may want us to cover, definitely let us know. We would love to discuss. So, yep. Diana, do you have anything before we get ready?
I mean, I'm just more excited than I thought I was going to be. I know I was going to be excited. Yeah, to get into these episodes and to like how this plays out, because I honestly did forget how a lot of this got resolved, other than, yeah, like you said, Kat making a deal with the devil. And
yeah, it was Kat, Jacob, and then no, it was just Kat and Jacob.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, which again, Kat did the detective work. Jacob was just along for the ride. So let's be clear on that. We will see that too in the next episode as we're talking about this, the Chelsea kidnapping. Yeah, okay, that's all we have. I think our brains are a little bit fried too.
A little bit.
Yeah, we're usually pretty we're a little bit more witty sometimes than this, but oh boy, if only you knew. Again, we'll tell you the stories one day when we're not bound by legalities and stuff. Cool. Well, everyone, thank you as always for the support. It's been really wonderful, and we're looking forward to bringing all of you some new stuff and just really continuing to cover the show. Hopefully getting some interviews done too. That is the research thing for July, is to start researching how to set up interviews and all that other stuff. So wish us luck on that as we're doing that research, and we will keep you posted. Diana, anything?
We'll see you here tomorrow.
All right, sweet. Until next time.
Bye.